Good morning from Capone Cabin in the extreme heat of South Carolina. That's why I'm outside on the grill. I am melting beef tallow that I will use tonight. We have a presentation we are giving at a local church on Revolutionary War era living, skills, crafts, how they lived, how they did it. So, besides giving a historical presentation of how they lived and how they farmed and how they did their food, I do beef tallow candles. And it was just so hot, I cannot do this in the camper. I mean, that's just brutal. And I've already got wax like all over his grill, so I'm hoping that I can get it off. Yeah, so that way, for those of you who don't know, maybe that are new to the channel, my husband and I are Revolutionary War reenactors with the National Park System. Actually, we will be at Star Fort in 96, South Carolina next weekend, this coming weekend, actually. Wow. We also do presentations for church youth groups and such as that, teaching the kids history, how they lived back then, how they did everything, how they, like I said, how they cooked, how they grew their food, because obviously there was no modern anything. So, you know, a lot of the kids have no idea about the history of the 1700s and anything about it. So we are more than honored to be doing that tonight, and I will film more when we get there if I don't end up making a bigger mess with my wax. Yay me! It was a piece of cotton that they would braid, and they would dip it. Now, to get one candle, a normal size of a candle, it would take 25 times dipping. They needed to make the candles for their house for the whole year. And they usually did it in one day. And that is about 400 candles. Mm-hmm. Now, this was usually the ladies' job. The reason we did it in the fall, because you did it outside in front of a fire. Do you know how hot it is outside? Mm-hmm. It's really hot to do this outside in the summer. But they would have big sticks. And maybe the stick would have 20 wicks at a time. So when you're dipping 20 at a time, it really doesn't take that long to get to 400. But still, they only burnt candles maybe one a day. It was more like a special occasion than... Yeah, that's still too. I mean, it doesn't burn.
What's the stuff around it?
But this is what happens when it cools off. Oh. It gets soft. So, if you, you can turn, but this is going to be hot.
I've done like a lot of hot showers.
You did what?
I do a lot of hot showers because,
I like a hot shower too.
What can we do?
Except living in South Carolina, I've changed my mind about hot showers.
He used to take cold showers.
It's a little hot.
So you do occasionally.
Huh?
Cold showers.
Yeah, she always does a lot.
Now, if you want to, you can try dipping this. Now, in between the dips, they kind of had to let it cool a little bit so they would, you know, don't sling it too far. I don't want where I'm a messy person. But,
Careful, cheers, though.
Here you go. Hold on to that.
Ooh. You got something right?
I will cut another one for you. No, and these are actually the scissors that they had in the 1700s.
What? We have kind of some scissors.
These are
but they're bigger.
perfect replicas of 1700 scissors.
My old soccer coach, he was a fan of the 88.
Who?
Miss
and
Heather.
You liked that?
Not the one that owns Elizabeth.
Sweetheart.
The other.
And you can, now in between dips, if you don't let it cool, what happens is it melts it again. I'm going to move this for you to the center. Don't move it yourself. And I'm going to just put my hand around it because I'm afraid of weight. I don't want anybody getting it. Yeah. It's like a degree warmer than the manicure thing that you dip your hand in.
7.
But if you don't, like I said, if you just keep dipping it, it melts the water.
Isabel, take it out and let it dry for a second.
You gotta let it cool.
6.
Take it up.
If you don't let it cool in
Then
between.
count to 10.
7, 8, 9, 10.
See, it's not growing because you didn't let it cool in between. It's more like one dip and then
Count to
waiting.
10.
Yeah,
Also take turns.
you gotta.
Space, dip. And then
So you dip and then pull it out, and then you dip and pull it out.
This one, I'm not very good at.
That's okay. It's okay. You can mess this up. These are hand dip candles. And then if you had extra fat or extra
Wait,
wax
Isabel.
to melt, you poured it in these. And you could only make 4 candles at a time with these, but you could sell them. So you could make your own money by selling the candles.
You got it?
Yeah.
Is that light?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, you must be strong.
I can
Did
do
you
it
look
too,
at the
but I have to
camera?
like point it up. My dad taught me how to hold a gun.
Okay, you can go
Got it?
next.
I can hold it how my sister can hold the plastic guns and color guns. Is this a real feather?
Yes, it is. That's from a pheasant.
Oh, what? A pheasant?
Mm-hmm.
Well, today me and my dad, we heard a quail.
Your arm's getting tired now?
We heard a
Yeah.
quail today. I might try.
You want to look at it?
I like that.
Whoa, one-handed. Boy, you're strong.
I can like that.
She'd be a sharpshooter.
Let me try it one more. Can I try? When she's done? The feather.
Isabel, you try the hat on too after they get.
I can't hold that one-handed.
Got it? One-handed?
It's too heavy.
Nope. Let me try with one handed. Here. And I can put it all by myself with one handed. This only looks like a marble and it's still heavy.
Are you ladies ready to use your one hand to make a mark?
No, because I didn't. I am.
You are? Oh,
No.
Thank you.
Isabel needs to do a photo op.
No hat.
This is for her dad.
No hat. Because I don't like that.
Come on, for your dad.
Yeah, just smile for me, sweetie. Oh, you got a beautiful smile. See, doesn't she have a beautiful smile?
It looks like it's in the old times.
It is in the old times. That's right.
It's heavier than the one.
That's how he's dressed from the
Say thank you,
1700s.
Mr. Capone. You want to say thank you? Thank
Do you
you.
think you'd
Thank
want to be a
you.
gunsmith way back then?
Yeah, I'm being photobombed.
Do you think you'd want to be a gunsmith way back then? No?
And I still like.
Do you have a brother that you don't like, that you want him to be a gunsmith? No?
This is big.
I can pick this up all by myself.
Okay, careful now. I think
Let me try.
I think it's time for you guys to make your hand mark, and so you'll be going with our
All
special
right.
clay ladies. Say thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, ladies.
Thank you, Mr. Capone.
You're welcome.
Bye. And this is all your stuff for gunsmithing.
What is it?
Back then, usually when there's a little boy about 12, we try to pull